What's up, guys? Welcome back to an all-new episode of
We Everywhere, baby!
I'm one of your hosts, Nadia, and I'm sitting here next to my guapecito, Omar.
Oh, what's up, everybody? Thank you. Gracias.
Gracias.
How has everybody been? How have you been, baby?
I've been really tired. Really tired. I just feel like I'm exhausted all the time. So last week we talked about how I started Ep.5, which is crazy because then we took a little hiatus from recording for a minute.
Right.
For a couple weeks? Because we had the holiday. Monday was a holiday. One of the Mondays was Labor Day.
Yeah, I mean, it's like 2 weeks.
Yeah, okay. So, no, because I'm on week 5. Whatever.
Whatever. Yeah, whatever.
Nobody cares. Anyways, I'm now on week 5 of doing Ep.5. I've been going 6 days a week, and I don't know. It's not working.
What do you mean it's not working?
No, I mean, I feel great. I do feel like I can tell my endurance is changing. And I can also tell that my breathing is getting better because I have to work out with a mask because we do it outside. We do it outside and you have to wear a mask. And I can just tell from the beginning till now, I'm not struggling to breathe as much as before. So
it's working.
Yeah, but I did my assessment and that was a major letdown. I was like, I just know it. I've been busting my ass. I've at least lost 5 pounds. But pounds or whatever, it's the body fat percentage that counts. And that was the part that I was like, what the heck? I'm busting my ass and this is not working. And I'm going to tell you why. Because I'm 35. That's why.
I mean, okay. It sounds like a good enough reason to me. But what I think is funny is that you're at a gym that you have. I'm assuming you just have access to that body fat machine. Whenever you want.
No, I don't think it's whenever you want. They do it for the challenge, and they do it in the beginning, in the middle, and then at the end. And
so you technically in the middle. That's why you.
I'm
did
in the
it
middle.
Again?
That's why I did it again. So we're halfway through. So I did the halfway mark. But yeah, I was so damn sad. I was like, are you kidding me? 0.5% in body fat? What? But I just know that also it is high intensity interval. So there is cardio in there. But I have to do more cardio. I'm not doing extra cardio. Okay. I'm just only doing 45 minutes a day. Sorry to bore you with this because you literally don't care about any of this.
No, what are you talking about? What do you mean I don't care? I see you come home, and you started doing, didn't you do 2 a day?
A couple days I did 2 a day.
Do you know what I mean? So yeah, of course I care. Because you don't come back and really tell me everything that happened. You're like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm just tired.
And it's so hard for me to get there on time because I cannot get out of bed. I am not a morning person. Oh God. I always give myself I try to wake up an hour and a half before class starts. And I just keep hitting snooze to the point where I have 10 minutes to get ready.
Well, yeah, every morning I'll be sitting down because I'm already up by the time you get up, right? And I'm sitting at the computer. And you'll always run out the door oh my God, I got him out of here. And I'm here, I'll make you some coffee. Okay, oh my God, I don't have time. I'm just take the coffee. Don't worry about it. And you're always out the door. So, I mean, yeah, I definitely care. Of course, you're sticking to it. Like you said, it's week 5.
Yeah.
Of some pretty intense shit you went from 0 to 60.
Yeah, that's the thing.
And you're still, you're not burning out and stuff. So that's fucking awesome.
Yeah. We'll see. But anyways, that's kind of what I'm annoyed with this week. I've jumped right into it. Oh, and also might I add, this is really fucked up. This facility is off the corner of it's literally across the street from Tito's Tacos. It's in Culver City. It's across the street from Tito's Tacos, and right next to it is across as well is Johnny's French Dip sandwiches. And when you go to the later classes, because like I would go at 9 a.m. so I wouldn't smell that because it wasn't open yet.
Right.
But I went to a 5:30 and a 6:30, and that shit's rough because you're lifting weights smelling roast beef and tacos, and you're like, fuck my life.
Wait, isn't it pastrami's?
Yeah, pastrami.
Oh, they make pastrami's there too.
Beef, pastrami. It said French dip pastrami.
Yeah, I've been there.
It's good.
It's good, but I don't like the pastrami that way. Personally,
you don't like it dipped in what? You don't like wet sandwiches.
Well, like, I mean, I'll enjoy a French dip. Like, that's great, but
it's all about the dipping sauce.
I like pastrami kind of like on a griddle, right? Like on a like from a
crispy
diner where you just like crisp it up. Yeah, that's how I enjoy pastrami, and they don't make it like that. So it's good. I've eaten there a couple times because it's close to work.
Right.
So we've gone there for lunch, but it's not my preferred.
Yeah, I feel you on that. Have you had the hat? The hat kind of makes it kind of crispy.
No,
because they make it on a griddle.
Oh, see, yeah, I'm sure I'd love it.
Yeah, they do. They're known for their pastrami's. They have them. They're a chain. They have one. I know for sure there's one in OC, but that's a newer one. It's actually right by Shorty and Erica's house.
Okay.
If we ever go there again, I'll take you there so you can try it.
Nice.
But I don't remember where I first found it. It's like a long time ago. But it's like a diner type, and they have like an enormous amount of onion rings and fries, like when you order, and like the chili cheese fries are crazy. It's like one of those spots. It's bomb. It's really good.
I'm an onion rings over fries guy.
Ooh.
I know. Your fries over onion rings all day.
Okay.
But that's great because we can order both.
I know, exactly. And that's what's the best. Because I prefer fries over onion rings, but I love onion rings too. But I'm picky with onion rings.
That's exactly what I was about to say.
Yeah.
So, okay. I'll make a bold statement here.
Okay.
I'm ready to go out on a limb here.
Are we going to discuss breading?
Yeah. I am not a big fan of beer battered almost anything.
Oh, okay.
But definitely not onion rings.
Yeah. Have you ever had, oh no, what's the name of it? Oh, TK Burger. That's an OC. That's a chain in OC. I got to take you there. But they make the best onion rings ever. Like, those are probably my number one favorite onion rings.
I like the ones that kind of feel more like they're breaded instead of like they're battered.
And they're really crispy. Yeah, exactly. You'll like TK's.
All right, cool.
Yeah. We're on the same onion ring
Although, you know what I also like is the Tony Roma's onion ring brick. You know what I'm talking about?
Did we went there one time when we
went to
and
we got it. It's like
it's like a tower.
It's not a bloomin' onion or anything. It's just like
don't get me on the bloomin' onion though.
It's like a brick of onion rings, kind of. You don't remember?
I don't.
Oh, it's so good.
I don't remember what I ordered there. Did I get a sandwich? I love getting sandwiches.
I probably got ribs.
Yeah, you got ribs for sure.
I mean, if we're at Tony Roma's, I'm getting
obsessed
ribs.
with ribs.
I love ribs.
That's like your favorite thing. But yeah, so anyways, it sucks because I'm working out there and I'm smelling, just getting these large, is it wafts?
Yeah.
Is that the right word?
Yeah.
Wafts?
Wafts of smell of like delicious
I
flavor.
I love Tito's tacos. You love Tito's too.
And you're in there trying to do curls?
Yes. And I'm singing it. No. It sucks though. It's really
and you got your sledgehammer and you're like hitting the tractor tire.
No, we have a sledgehammer, but not the tire.
What do you hit with the sledgehammer? I think we talked about this.
We swing it in the air.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's hard.
No, for sure.
Like we do some shit today. Man, today was hard. I took 2 days off this weekend. Like, because normally, it was rough. Anyways.
Well, you were talking about what you were annoyed with, right? That all of this was kind of annoying. I got annoyed at setting up all of this podcast stuff.
What do you mean?
Remember, because we took the break. While we took the break, we had recorded our episodes, but we're like, oh, well, now we got to sign up for a place to host it, and we have to figure out what hosting sites.
Right.
Do this and that. Remember, we were just like falling asleep. We're like, why are we exhausted at just looking at websites?
Yeah.
Because
we did our research.
We're doing it again. We're doing it all ourselves, guys.
Gorilla style.
Like, straight up. That's it. It's just us two, and of course, our
brother Mark.
Brother Mark over here, engineer, videographer, lighting guy.
Yeah, let's do some shout outs. So shout out to Mark for doing the rest of it all.
Absolutely. Also, the intro music was done by Vince.
Oh, did you almost forget his name?
No, well, I was like, should I just give out his IG? It's like,
give out his IG.
But it's like Vince VFN, right?
This is a family affair, guys. Mark is Omar's brother, his younger brother, and Vince is his younger cousin. And Vince is also an artist, a musician.
Yeah, definitely. You can find him on Spotify. Man, I wish there was a way
like the chillest, coolest dude ever.
But yeah, you can find him at Vince VFN at that. Well, that's his @ on IG, and that
can you get it together, please?
VinceVillafan. Figure it out. It'll autocorrect it or spell it for you. But
do you want to know something?
Man, I got to give it up because he hooked us up with some intro music in no time. We're literally throwing it all together
in an hour.
We're like, hey man. He's like, oh, I already got. Of course, he already had him. He sat there. Just let me compose 20 beats for these guys
but
in like
he
an hour.
nailed it.
But yeah, he already knows us, so he's like, oh, I got your vibe completely.
Yeah, he sent us a few options, and we were like, ooh, yeah, give us that one, funky one. That's totally not it.
No. You just wrote another one. Somebody's gonna remix that.
Shit. Oh, you want to hear something funny about Vince though?
What?
When I first met Vince, I don't even know. When I first became Instagram friends with Vince, I didn't know his last name. Mm-hmm. So I thought he was Vince Villa. I thought that's what his name was. And that I thought his IG was Vince Villa fan.
Like he was his own fan?
Exactly.
Like he's like, it's got to start somewhere, and it's starting with me.
Exactly. Which honestly is genius.
If your name is Vince Villa.
Right? He should make that his artist name. That's his musician name, Vince Villa.
He's going to just switch it all up.
Yeah. People do it all the time.
There you go. We get a...
Vince, it's going to work. Vince Villa fan. Anyways.
Anyway, look him up. No, but I was saying we're doing it all ourselves. We're throwing it all together because, your last podcast was...
You're lost?
You're lost? Are you lost?
We never let any of that shit slide.
Yeah, if you haven't figured it out by now...
It's a tough
we have any kind of slip where you're just rambling or you're going so fast that you mispronounce something, Nadia and I, we do it to each other, and like our group of friends are kind of just like, it's become a thing. Oh man, they'll catch you. It's a tough.
I used to get in trouble for that all the time with my dad. He was not down.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Oh, because you would do it to him?
I would do it to him. And it was fucked up because he did have an accent, and I would like whatever he would say, I'd be like, McDonald. And he'd be like, why do you always make fun of me? I'm like, sorry, Dad. But it was like me, Naz, and Ash would always laugh when we go on our trips. And their dad was cool with it. He thought it was hilarious when I would imitate, and I would do like my Fabi Iranian accent. Mm-hmm. And he would laugh. He'd be like, that shit's hilarious. But my dad would always get mad. I was always in trouble for that.
My dad always had, because he figured it out. Mm-hmm. But for the longest time, he couldn't pronounce the word girl. It was like it was weird. It was, I don't know, it just didn't work. It was like goro. It was like, it was not. Now all I can hear now is the dude from Despicable Me. Like it's
Gru?
Goros. Yeah, but it was something like that. Like it wouldn't work. We used to clown him. It's now looking back, it's like so disrespectful.
It really is. I know. I feel bad about it. I know. I try not to do it anymore because I know he's not down. I get it. My dad says that too. Girlfriend. That is his girlfriend. By the way, I make my dad sound way more fond than he really is.
I swear.
I just exaggerate a little.
It was almost disappointing when I met him and he didn't talk like that. I was like, ah. I was like, all right.
I know. My papa.
Oh, that's too funny.
Anyways, what else? What were we talking about before?
Well, I was saying that I had gotten annoyed at setting all this up just because your last podcast was, you didn't have to do that because it was through Podcast One. They took care of that. My podcast with Nigel does all of that. Like he's on top of it. Mm-hmm. So I didn't really know. So I was just like, boom. And I decided not to bug him about it. Like, it's like, yo, I'm not going to just all of a sudden hit him up and be like, teach me everything that I didn't ask you before. So I was like, okay, I'm figuring it out. But we got it all together. We got the picture figured out, the graphic designing, whatever it took to do it all. Like, see, we don't even know what we're talking about. But man, I was...
Well, yeah. We hired Alvaro. He did our graphic, our logo for us. Audrina, what is her Instagram? This is horrible. I was not even prepared for the shout outs today.
Well,
we got to give everyone credit though. Let's see. Because she has so many damn Instagrams. Okay. This is why. Her professional Instagram is Ajarina Hitomi. She's a photographer and she's our friend and she shot our cover. So, she did a great job with that. And then Alvaro did our artwork. And then, so then we released the trailer. Well, actually, before we released the trailer, I posted a picture of us on Facebook and Instagram.
Right.
And it was something like, what did I say? We're cooking up. Can't wait to see what we're cooking up for you all. That's something like that.
It was something like that. Like it was basically like, we got a surprise for you. Right.
Yeah. And everyone was like, you're pregnant. You're going to have a baby. My mom was like, first of all, my mom is such a troll on the internet. She loves to troll people. Like, and she doesn't even know that I don't know if she knows she's doing it or not, but
yeah,
she's good at it.
I've read some of her Facebook posts.
She's hilarious.
She be going in, dude.
I know, it's so funny. But she was even going in like, oh, this better not be a pregnancy or something like that. It was like, please don't let me find out the way I found out about my mother's funeral on Facebook. I was like, damn. And then I side texted her and I'm like, Mom, what the hell? Like, we have a podcast. And she was like, I know, I'm just adding to the drama.
Like she's doing it on her, like she's trying to give us publicity live.
I was like, okay, thank you.
Unknown podcaster has baby scandal. It's like, whoa, we should check this out.
Yeah, it's so stupid. So, yeah, that was funny. And then my friend Katie, she even hit me. She texted me. She's like, bitch, are you pregnant? I was like, oh my God. Why does everyone think that? Like, so funny.
It's like it's what they want.
Yeah, it's what they want.
Right.
It's what they want. Yeah. Which is like, my biggest fear, one of my biggest fears is that I'm going to be pregnant and not know it. And just be like on one of, like those shows, like when they have, they like just go to the bathroom and then the baby just comes. They're like, I didn't even know I was pregnant. Like that.
And wait, but you're like, that's like a big fear for you?
Yeah, because like
then everybody will be pissed off because you didn't tell them, or what?
No, because like what if something bad happens to the baby? I'm like out here like smoking, drinking, like just like living my life, eating salami and sushi and blue cheese.
Yeah, but like, what if it comes out completely healthy and you just missed out on a whole bunch of like hassle?
That is
like,
crazy.
Right?
That is crazy. That gives me anxiety. I don't like surprises like
on
that.
On any of those shows,
prepared. No, you can't just all of a sudden one day have a baby.
Well, wait. Does anybody know if the baby's from what's the name of that show?
I don't know. I didn't know I was
pregnant. I didn't know I was pregnant. Is it really that simple?
So.
I didn't know I was pregnant.
Yeah.
If anybody knows, please shoot us a message, like DM us and let us know. Be like, yeah, they're healthy.
Okay.
Or nah.
Yeah.
They're not.
Okay. Please let us know. I would like to know. But like they literally all have the baby on the toilet. Also, that is unsanitary. Number one, very unsanitary. Number two, do you really want that to be your birth story? Like your child's just like, I was born in the shitter. Like, like you don't want that. That's so terrible. So bad. And then all of a sudden you have a kid. Okay, where's it gonna sleep? You don't have any food. You haven't bought any diapers. You are so unprepared. All of that gives me major anxiety.
I mean, I'm not a doula or whatever it's called.
Paula Abdullah.
I'm not a Paula Abdullah. So straight up, I don't know shit about babies.
Yeah.
But no, what I'm saying is this. I would imagine that they're born on the toilet, right? Whatever. Because naturally, like, squatting is the way that
I think
humans have had babies. So that's why it wouldn't come out while you're just like walking down the fucking street.
They probably
And when are you squatting the most? Unless these are incredibly like gym active ladies. It's the only other time you're squatting is on the toilet.
They're not gym active.
Well, that's what I'm saying. So the only other time that they're in that squat position that is what do you want to call it? Like
you're overthinking this.
Evolutionarily,
they're thinking that they're gonna have a massive dump.
But you're asking why is it always on the toilet, and I'm saying probably because that's the only place that a normal person squats outside of the gym. And if squatting is the best position to
but it's not just
essentially
fall
have
out.
a baby.
Do you think that they're just going to squat on the toilet and it falls out?
Well, you're saying that that's how it happens in these shows, right?
No, they still...
We're talking about I didn't know I was pregnant,
yes,
right?
babe, but delivery...
Just that. Not like every other birth.
Can I speak? Okay. Sometimes, maybe some of them will fall right out, okay? But that normally, that's not how it happens. They are still going to give birth, like, there's going to have contractions and, like, pain, and they're going to, then they're thinking, like, something's wrong, so they're going to go to the bathroom, and then they're going to push, because they think that they need to push things out.
Right, I feel you.
And it's a baby.
What a beautiful story.
Oh my god. Anyways. I'm just saying that really freaks me out, okay?
I can just imagine. You're like, I gotta go.
Okay, and you know why this is a big fear?
Or something, and someone's knocking on the door, but like, you okay in there? And you're like, it's a baby.
No, that's terrible. Okay. I also have this fear because I'm not exactly the best with my birth control. So every month I'm like, this is it. If I'm like a day late, I'm like, this is it. I'm pregnant. I'm gonna tell him. He's gonna be like, ooh, okay, I guess let's do this. And then
and that scares you that I'm gonna be like, let's do this.
No. None of that scares me, but I'm just like, I just always mentally prepare every month, like, this is the big one. But yeah, so that's my fear is that, like, because also I've heard a lot of those women that's happened to, a lot of times they'll still get their period. There's been times where they'll still get their period.
That's like the whole idea. It's a surprise.
Yeah.
I mean, that shit is crazy. Like,
it really is.
I don't... All joking aside, like, it sucks. All of a sudden you have a baby you didn't even know about. Like,
or
you're
it's beautiful.
Completely unprepared. No, well, at the end,
it's scary.
It's a scary situation.
Yeah.
Like, so.
Yeah, because you're not going to the doctor. You're not getting it checked. Like, you're just not even aware.
Yeah, but I was speaking in that like comedic world of everything happens to work completely as well as it could, and I'm like, then, hey, you saved out on morning sickness. Waka waka.
Or maybe I had it and just thought I was sick.
You're just like, why am I always hungover?
No, literally. Anytime I get nauseous, I'm like, pregnancy. Like it's the only only option.
Well, you hide it well because I don't see you freaking out.
Well, I don't tell anyone. These are my inner thoughts that I just shared.
Excellent. Oh, you know what else annoyed me before we move on? And this is such a ridiculous thing.
Yeah, let me.
This was like the tiniest annoyance, but remember when you were like, let's watch something? And I was like, hey, Disney Plus just released Mulan. Mm-hmm. And we were like, all right, let's see what's up.
Yeah.
And then we tried to watch it, and they wanted to charge me an additional fee. Welcome to my 10-minute annoyance of the week. That I was like, what? I got to pay for this? Like, on
Extra?
top of the subscription?
Yeah. It's because it's Disney. And Disney, that's what they do.
Yeah. It was ridiculous, but that was just funny. I was just like, man,
Disney
they love money.
Us. It's just like, imagine how much it's going to cost to go to Disneyland. If, like, in like 5 years, if we have kids. 5 years. Just saying. That shit's expensive.
I know.
So I'm not surprised that they did that, which I think that's whack. Just don't even make it an option. Just wait till it's ready to go and make it free.
I mean, I know friends that are like, hey, man, I paid for that shit immediately. Like, so it's like, okay, maybe we're just
they're trying to find ways to make money. Yeah, we are. We are. I mean,
we're just like, what? Nah,
I'd rather spend $30 on other things.
Yeah, it's like, I'll wait.
Yeah. I've never been like that. Like, people that wait in line for parades or what is it? The shopping day. I don't even follow it. The one after November after Thanksgiving, Black Friday? Okay.
Black Friday.
Yeah, Black Friday, concerts, anything. Like, I don't know if there's anything that could get me to camp outside and wait for it.
What's the longest you've ever waited in a line for something? And I'm not talking about like, I went to Disneyland and it just happened. No, I mean like to buy.
Purposefully?
Yeah, like what you're talking about.
Honestly.
Really? You don't even know?
She doesn't wait.
Oh my God.
Just kidding. Just kidding. No, I guess Naz and I did go. Did we wait in line though? This is what I don't remember. But we did go see the very first season of American Idol.
Right. Okay.
I just showed you that picture. Actually,
yeah, right.
I stumbled upon it.
So how long were you sitting?
I don't remember. That was so long ago. It was over 10 years ago. Like, I don't
ballpark it. How long were you there? If there's only
maybe
12
I don't think
hours
I've ever waited in a line more than
whatever.
2 hours in my life for anything. I think that's like, yeah.
Right on.
Yeah.
I mean, okay. You guys happen to time that American Idol.
I don't know. You told me to guess.
No, that's fine.
I don't have any accurate.
The longest.
It was probably an hour, to be honest.
I've never done an overnight.
Anything?
I've never done an overnight wait, camp out kind of thing. Mm-hmm. Like, to me, it's always been, I'll get up super early to stand in line for something. Mm-hmm. Like, I've done it for concert tickets.
For AFI?
Yeah, I did it for an AFI thing once. And I believe I did it for like a Rage Against the Machine concert. Where you just knew everybody was going to be in line. But then again, we're talking back when you had to go to the record store or through Ticketmaster outlet to buy your tickets.
Right.
And the AFI thing was at a record store. I had to go to the record store to buy the CD. And if you bought the CD, you'd get a ticket to a secret show. Mm-hmm. So it was one of those kind of
deals. That's kind of worth it. I get it.
But I got there like 3 a.m.
And what time did it open?
And I think they didn't open the store till like 9.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Were there people before you?
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay,
Wow.
you want a story about that? You want the whole story?
Let's get the scoop.
Okay, so it was for the release of their album "Sing the Sorrow," and that's the one where K-Rock finally started playing them. Had like "Girls Not Grey" on it, and the point is they're playing it, and they're like, "Hey, this thing is gonna come out, and if you buy it at this particular record store in LA, you'll get a ticket." So it's like, cool. So I decide I'm gonna be a genius and go and get there at like 3:30 in the morning, And I get there and there's already people in line. And I'm not talking like 3. It was like 15, 16 people.
Damn.
So again, it's not, oh my God, there was 1,000 people there. But the point is that I knew it was limited. So I was like, oh my God, I got it. So as I'm hanging out there, I'm sitting next to a guy who's like, oh yeah, we've been here for like 40 minutes or something. So I was like, oh my God. And he's like, oh, have you heard the CD yet? And I was like, no, I can't wait, blah, blah, blah. He's like, oh, well, we've already got it. Like, we downloaded it off the internet or whatever. So then we just basically listened to the album for the next, I don't know, whatever, hours, right? And then finally they opened the door. And they're selling the CDs. And it's like, okay, boom, boom, boom. And I'm doing the math. And the math is not coming up in my favor. Like,
you were going to be...
I'm going to get asked out.
Yeah.
I'm not sure that I'm going to get asked out, but I'm going to get asked out. So I go into the middle of the line, and I was just talking to some girls over there. And I was like, yo, how many are you buying? She's like, oh, I'm buying one. And I was like, can I give you money and you buy two? She's like, yeah. I was like, I got to buy... So, I don't know. I made up some bullshit. But I was like, can you guys just buy one for me? She was like, yeah, no worries. So she bought it. I'm still trying to buy mine, right? So finally she goes in, she gets her thing, whatever. While she's inside of the store, they're letting other people in. And they get to the guy that's right before me. And they're like, we're done.
Ooh.
And I was like, what do you mean? He's like, yeah, he's the last one. I bullshit you not. The guy before me was the last one.
Damn.
So I was like, oh, damn. I'm sorry. Like, the guy in front of me didn't get one either. It stopped before him. So
you bought his.
So I was like, man, I will buy the guy in front of him. I was like, whatever, I'll do whatever I have to do. But then the girl came out, and I was like, what's up? And she's like, yeah, here, boom. So I only got one ticket, but I got one. But my plan was to buy another one and give one to my brother. But it just didn't happen.
Right.
But that was the longest that I waited, and I almost still got screwed out of that.
Snake. You sneaky snake. So they did it per album.
Yeah, it was like if you bought the CD.
Not like per person.
Yeah, it was like if you bought the CD, and I think each person could buy a minimum of 2.
So that guy that got there 45 minutes before you was supposed to have the extra one that you bought that she bought.
Yeah. and the funny thing is he gave me his copy of the CD. And I was just like, all right, cool. So I got, not only did I buy my version of the CD, but I had like the other one without having to open the CD. I was like, all right, cool.
Well, you outsmarted them all.
I mean, I got to see the show and it was awesome.
So we released a trailer, or we released that little thing. Hence why I talked about being scared that I was pregnant, because everyone freaked out and thought I was pregnant. And I was like, relax, I'm not pregnant. So then we released the trailer, and then we released our first episode, which has been doing good, right? How many, we have listeners like all over. It's kind of cool. We can track them.
Well, yeah, like I said, part of the analytics or statistics or whatever of our podcast, just because we're being all nerdy about it. Like, where are our listeners coming from? That's so cool, blah, blah, blah. So to see, LA, not LA, but USA, like, that's great, obviously. And then it's like the homies in Canada that we know we have. And then you look at just some random... It's like, oh, somebody in Norway was listening to it. It's like, what? Shout out to Norway.
Yeah, it's cool.
Or shout out to whoever's using, like a VPN to bounce their signal all over the world.
Oh, is that how it is? I don't
That's
know
what I'm wondering.
anything
It's
about
like
that
some
stuff.
guy who's like, hey, I don't want nobody to track me. I don't want anyone to know that I listen to it in the U.S.
I could see that.
They're pinging it. But, no, I mean, it's cool. Like, it's awesome. And like you said, the best part is people are writing in with suggestions and stuff like that, which is what
yeah. Okay, wait.
definitely
I have
hope.
a suggestion.
Okay.
We had somebody send us in. So you guys send us in shows that you think, we'd be interested in. But she said that, you spoke about being so connected to technology and always using your where is this review? Damn it. Unprepared again.
Oh my goodness. Oh, you talking about the one that was referencing when we were talking about Thomas guides versus needing our phones to get around?
Exactly.
Right.
She told us to watch a documentary called The Social Dilemma. It's on Netflix. It's a documentary. And it's kind of about the... I don't know if it's pros and cons, because it looks like it's really talking about the dark side and the negative effects of what social media has brought upon our society.
Okay.
So, and technology. So it'll be interesting to see what that's about. And just also, technology and the effects that we have, global warming and all that kind of stuff. So just what we've pretty much done, which I think would be interesting to see.
Well, yeah, I mean, we'll watch it and then...
Yeah, and we'll talk about
We'll be able to talk about that.
Mm-hmm.
But that's what's cool. Like, people are going to let us know about stuff, which is great, because that way we're not freaking out, and plus we get to talk about stuff that people actually want to listen to us talk about. You know what I mean? Yeah. So that's always fun.
Exactly. So, what else? What else is going on?
Well, I mean, what'd you get into this week?
Oh, yeah, I should share the fact that...
Come on.
I know. So, Nas and Migs, actually, we just did this yesterday, but they were in the Fenty fashion show, which is huge. It's the second one that she's had. So she had, last year, she had Travis Scott. I can't remember who else. Halsey. She has a bunch of artists perform. And then she also has feature models walk during their sets on top of other dancers and other models that walk through in her lingerie. So honestly, to me, I think Savage X Fenty and that fashion show like supersedes Victoria's Secret like all day. I just think like it's so much better.
Yeah, you like it more.
Did you watch it? You didn't see it, right?
Well, no, I didn't get to go.
No, the first one. It's on Amazon still.
You know what? No, I thought I was going to put it on because I thought it was something else.
Oh.
Because I didn't know, because I'm so fucking hip. And I say words like hip. I didn't know that Rihanna and Savage Fenty was like, I didn't know.
You didn't know that was her thing?
No.
Yeah, Fenty's her last name.
Right.
So
well, I didn't see.
Yeah, she's built an empire. She has Fenty Skin. She has Savage X Fenty, which is her lingerie. She has a cosmetics line. She's coming out with more stuff too.
Right. Well, but when I was gonna put that on,
I
was like, oh yeah, did you see this? And you were like, oh yeah, it's like her lingerie fashion show.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, okay, never mind. And I was like,
I hadn't seen it though.
Well, I mean, I'm sure it's still on there.
No, it is.
Okay.
So anyway, Nas told me, right? She's like, oh my God, you won't believe this. I booked Savage X Fenty. She hit me. She was like, it was an emotional moment for her, And so I knew it was a big deal. But then when I saw it, I was like, holy shit, this is amazing. Like, it's like next level to me, in my opinion. So I was really excited that she got to do that. And not only she got to do that, but she got to do that with Migs. And so he performed, and they had their whole theme was like a jungle garden kind of thing. And so, they film her, and then they follow her, and she does her thing with Miguel, and then she leaves set, and then Miguel keeps performing. So it was it was my first. Yeah, I think it was my first fashion show that I've been to, and I worked with Miggs. I did his grooming, and Etienne was hired onto the Fenty team, and he did Nas's glam. So it was kind of cool because we know a lot of the glam squad, so we got to see them. Eduardo worked on it. Jesus worked on it. I didn't get to see them, but they also did work on it. And who else? Oh, Yuichi, he was there. He did hair. So it was kind of cool to see all our familiar faces that we knew backstage glamming and being a part of it. But I will say that it was interesting that because of COVID, it wasn't a live fashion show. So therefore there was no audience.
Right.
Everything was very restricted as far as like who could go. Like I had to get a lot of clearance to be able to go. Because they wanted to use their people. And so they had me come on. And it was interesting to see that, like, you don't get the energy. The energy was totally different. It was more chill and relaxed. It wasn't what you would think backstage would be, like scrambling and next girl, next look, this person, blah, blah, blah. Right. Although I will say, poor Etienne, he had his last person after Nas. He only had 15 minutes to do her makeup. I was like, I'm watching Glow Up Live.
Yeah. You were like, oh my goodness. So is he going to pull it off?
Yeah. He had 15. I didn't know. He
That's
told me
crazy.
after. He was like, oh my God, I'm so tired. I'm like, I didn't even get to see his girl or anything because it's huge and, we got missed. But I saw him after and he told me, he's like, girl, they only gave me 15 minutes. I was like, oh my. And he had to do a whole graphic look on her face. So I mean, he's such a pro.
Yeah,
I know he
nailed
it.
Yeah,
I know he nailed it for sure. But like 15 minutes is so stressful.
I mean,
that's so scary.
I have no frame of reference.
Yeah.
I don't know what I could get done in 15 minutes.
To do a full beat, and not just a full beat, but also throw in that stuff with 15 minutes is scary. Like,
I could probably hit you with that powder, like, like in the old cartoons where they just like,
yeah, with the big puff.
Yeah,
and then they have a full face.
Yeah, I could do that.
And then like Bugs Bunny, he would turn into drag in like the matter of seconds. He would just like put lipstick on, all of a sudden he had eyelashes.
It was like boom, yeah. I'm ready to go.
I need to learn how to do that, the Bugs Bunny glam. But yeah, it was such a moment for them. It's cool that they get to their worlds. It's cool when their worlds collide and they're able to do projects together. And I know that,
Nas and Miguel, you mean?
Exactly. And, it was a really big deal for Nas. Like, she's been working really hard, and it was cool to see her. She was so happy. She was so happy. And Nas is a very reserved, well, she's not very, but like for the most part, like people don't know her, she seems like a reserved, calm, quiet person, and she can be, but when she's happy and she wants to turn up, I love it. It's Messy Mandy. I love Messy Mandy. And she's been having her grind on for a minute, so Messy Mandy hasn't made an appearance in a while. And after the show, she was like ready to go. She had her shots. Like we were waiting for Rihanna. We were trying to give Rihanna shots, but her set was taking too long.
Yeah, so you didn't get to hang.
Yeah, we didn't get to hang. I was so bummed.
Just send her a message. Doesn't she follow you?
Guys, I have a secret to tell you guys, but you can't tell Rihanna. Okay, Rihanna follows me on Instagram, and it's my greatest achievement. I'm not kidding. She follows me. I don't know if she follows me, but she follows me. And
wait, what do you mean you don't know if she follows you?
Because like
you don't know if she knows that she follows
exactly.
Okay.
Because she followed me so long ago. Like, I didn't even have hardly any followers. This was like early on. She started following me. And I feel like sometimes people get lost in the algorithm and the shuffle.
Right.
That like maybe she doesn't see my shit because she doesn't like it.
Right. There's like no interaction.
Yeah, there's no interaction.
There's no statistical interaction between you.
Yeah. I'm afraid.
What do they call it? Engagement?
There's
no engagement between you and Rihanna.
I should start commenting on her stuff.
You should.
Though.
Start sending her likes.
I should. Well, because I really am trying to get myself on that Fenty team. Like Priscilla Ono, she runs that part of it, and she is amazing, and I have mad respect for her and her craft because she's bomb. And everyone that works on that team that I've met so far is really awesome. And Nas keeps telling me, like, you belong on the Fenty team. Like, your vibe is Fenty. The way you glam is Fenty. Like, everyone on the team you would mesh with. And, right. So I just, that's one of my goals now. I got to get myself on that team.
Put it out there.
Yeah, I'm putting it out there, guys. But don't tell Rihanna I follow her because she might unfollow me.
She's like, oh, this one? Oh,
she'll be like, I follow that bitch. Unfollow.
Oh my god! Did you guys hear that? Rihanna walked into the room right now. I
used to be able to do good impressions.
Give me some Shy Ronnie.
Speak up.
There it is.
Excuse me, I forgot my purse. That's so terrible. I know it is. It's okay. Anyways. That's an SNL reference. Yeah. Guys, look it up. It's a good one. But yeah, so that was awesome. What else? So yeah, Fenty fashion show. We didn't get to meet Rihanna. I did see Cara. Is it Delevingne? Is that how you say her name? Cara or Kara?
I think it's Kara, right? Is it Kara?
Forgot.
Cara?
And I totally met her. I think it's Cara.
What are you talking about?
I think it's Cara. Anyways, she's funny and she's cool with Migs. Mm-hmm. So she was there because she was in the show. And she just kept popping up out of nowhere. It was hilarious. Like by herself. Like we would be in one area talking and she'd be like, "What's up, guys?" And we're like, "What the hell?" Like she would just pop out of nowhere.
She's just wandering.
She was just there. Yeah, she was just like wandering around. And so, we hung out with her for a little bit and she seemed really cool. So, but other than that, I'm trying to think who else I saw. There was another actress I saw, and I'm so bad with names. Like, it's horrible. How am I supposed to inform people of my celebrity sightings?
If you don't remember.
This is like, I'm the worst. This is why I don't really get starstruck, because I don't know who anyone is.
You don't have time.
They're like, "Oh my God, that's so-and-so." I'm like, "Oh, really? Oh, okay." It's so bad. But yeah, I didn't really see anything, but the set was so dope. The set was really sick.
And I mean, this is out, what, October?
Yeah, it's already come out.
2nd it dropped.
October 2nd, your birthday.
So yeah, it dropped on my birthday.
Uh-huh. Oh yeah,
that was Rihanna's gift,
guys.
To me.
Omar.
So I know by the time they're hearing this, like, it's
by the time
happened,
you're hearing this, Omar will be 40.
Yeah, and Rihanna gave me a lingerie.
Yeah, there you
fashion show for my birthday.
The gift, Nazanin Snogs.
Oh, I gotta do that.
It's too good. But yeah, it was really fun for me to be there too. I was glad that I got the opportunity to be there and share that moment and experience that moment with her. And like, I totally felt like I was Nas's stage mom because I was like, "She needs bronzer." Like somebody, I was like her assistant / stage mom, making sure her hair was right. And like, I can't let her go out looking crazy. Gotta have her back. So, yeah.
I mean, you were in there. I told you should have just worn one of the bathing suits you have and just started walking out in the middle of the shoot.
It's not bathing suit.
I'm sorry, the lingerie.
This guy wanted me to put on lingerie and show up to work.
I just went under your clothes, and then once you were done doing your job, just boom.
Oh, okay.
And just walk out and be like, "Oh, totally I'm sorry, I got lost. Where was I supposed to go?"
And
they're
like,
"Oh no, you're supposed to be over here." And next thing you know, you're in.
Sure.
Have a little confidence.
Okay. That's what that is. Confidence. Oh my God. That's embarrassing. I would never. Like, she's thirsty.
They're like, "Oh, not her again."
Yeah.
And Rihanna's like, "Didn't I unfollow her?"
Yeah. She's like, "Didn't I unfollow her?" I can't do Rihanna's. I don't have a good island accent. Because it also, I'll make it sound Jamaican, and I feel like that's offensive.
I mean, yeah.
You know what I mean?
You know.
I can only do Jamaican. And she's not Jamaican.
I know. So let's just not do it.
I'll leave it alone.
So I'm not going to do it.
Even though I've done it several times already. Okay, so I need to tell you what I'm obsessed with this week. There's a new show on Netflix that is called Getting Organized with the Home Edit. And I follow, their names are... I really need to take better notes. Joanna, and I can't. It's like whatever. They run the home edit. Mm-hmm. I've been following them on Instagram for a minute. Basically, what they are is they're organizers. They organize your kitchen. They organize your closets. They organize every part of your life. Mm-hmm. And now they have a show. Executive produced by Reese Witherspoon and Molly Sims. And they show every episode, they give like a surprise. Well, it's not really a surprise. People submitted. So it's like a contest, right?
Got you.
So they give it to a regular family and then a celebrity. And they redo like whatever they want them to redo, whether it's their kitchen or whatever. And it is like porn for me. So
let's talk about the actresses of your porn. It's Clea Shearer, and Joanna Teplin.
Thank you, Clea.
But yeah, I saw you. I caught finally one episode of this.
Yeah, you caught it
because you've been like.
I decided I wasn't going to do anything today because I was really tired and I've been really doing a lot. So I was like, you know what? Today you're going to binge watch something, and I binge watched Some Edit all day, and it was amazing.
So they basically come in and go, okay, your bedroom is a mess. We're going to show you how to put stuff in storage bins. Or is it like more like we're going to do something?
Okay, so they always start with editing first.
Okay.
So that means that they take an inventory of everything you have. So let's say they're doing the kitchen, right? And they're doing the pantry. They're going to go through everything and throw away everything that's old, right? That's your first step. Edit it, right? Same thing with clothes. Edit it. What do you not want? Blah, blah, blah.
Big fan of that. I'm a big fan
You're
of
an editor.
I love it.
Yeah. So they edit first. Then they group everything together. So, you know, you have your cereals and you have your snacks and you have your healthy snacks and your nuts and whatever the F, you know, however way you want to group it. Some people like to really get down to every single type of nut or, you know, whatever. So then they do that. And then they have like a whole line with the Container Store, which is also one of my other favorite places. As
the
we've
Container
discussed.
Store keeps creeping up. So wait a minute.
Not sponsored by the Container Store.
Not sponsored by the Container Store.
Yeah.
So wait, they have like a hookup with the Container Store?
Yeah, they have a line with them.
Oh,
they have products that they sell there.
So like when they come into the house, they're like, okay, we're editing and now grouping. Right? Like I'm following. Look at that. Like I'm listening. Yeah. And then they're like, now put them in these amazing.
They don't say. They say like clear drawers. No, they don't really push it, honestly. I just know that.
I know. I'm just like.
Yeah. No, I just know that because I love both things. So I'm like, yes. And they have their own book, which I need to get.
Of course. You have to get it.
Listen, organizing your life is life-changing. I am so about it. And this is also why I've been exhausted, is because I have been doing that for every room and every little spot in this house.
No, you've been putting in work.
Yeah. And I still have to get to my storage unit. That's a whole nother project. Mm-hmm. But like I've been going through my makeup, my clothes. I mean, like, it's been so much. I went to the rescue mission in downtown LA, and my entire trunk was filled with clothes. I gave it to the guy, and he's like, "Wow, these are nice clothes." Like, I swear he was gonna grab stuff. But
awesome.
yeah, like I just need to cleanse.
Right. Okay, so let's go back to Clea and Joanna.
Yes.
So they are at the grouping stage now. So we're still back in the pantry. They're like, now they're grouping. Yeah. Now what?
So then they put them in the designated bins or however way they want to organize it, and then they organize it on the shelves. But their system is so pristine and specific, like these bins have to be with these bins, and your eye goes straight here, so what do you want to look at first? And everything is for convenience and aesthetic. So it's not just about efficiency. They also like to make things look beautiful, which I am all about. Like every square inch, if I had my way, I would have every square inch of my home like organized or beautiful to look at, even if it's a coat rack. Right. Do you know what I mean? Like that's a fantasy. That's not real life. That's like a model home, right? It's like, who do people live here?
Yeah,
like,
I understand.
But I find enjoyment in that, and I like it. And so this show is like, I'm obsessed with this show.
Well, did you see the show with what's her name? But it was all about like organizing? You know, that
the
as
Asian
well.
lady?
Yeah.
I
we're
think she's
so
Japanese.
Bad.
Marie Kondo.
Okay, but did you watch?
Oh yeah.
Did you watch that?
Oh yeah, of course. I found her first.
You're like, oh, been there, done that.
Yeah. You're late.
You're like, oh, I'm waiting on the 8th season or whatever. Okay, how are they? How is she different than these?
Marie Kondo is more. She teaches you more about like letting go of things. Like if you're holding on to a lot of stuff for no reason, or, she tells you hold on to it if it brings you joy. Like take each item, look at it. Does it bring you joy? And does it bring you real joy, or are you just convincing yourself, no, I need it? Because a lot of times we just think, oh, no, we need it, but we're never going to use it, or you're going to use it only under these circumstances, or when this happens, or whatever. So she's like really good at the editing part of it. She doesn't go into the way that they organize, like labeling things, and like they have a whole system. Theirs is more about containers. Like they do more closets and kitchens, and I don't know.
So it's more kind of like a redesign, remodel of your space.
Yeah, they reconfigure things.
As opposed to the Marie Kondo one, which is like simplify.
Yes.
And get rid of unnecessary clutter.
Yeah. She'll organize your she'll organize your stuff, but if I'm not mistaken, I don't remember. I don't think that she goes out and buys all these like bins and like does all that kind of stuff.
Right. She just works with
I think it's more simpler. She might do it, but not the way they go in. Mm-hmm. They go in. Like it's detailed. So I'm about it, guys. If you're into that stuff, check it out. Follow them on Instagram too. They have a huge following. But if you're into that stuff, their posts, it's like porn. It's like, baby.
Well, it's funny because you were like, oh, you don't get it. This is like,
yeah, because I was enjoying my binge session because Omar's working, and then 4:00 comes and he comes and sits on the couch and immediately starts shitting on my show. He's like, "What is this? Oh, they're gonna organize the cereal and da 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 da. Like, who cares?" I was like, "Go away! You're ruining it."
It was the funny thing. What was funny is this. Okay, so yeah, you've been filling the pantry full of containers, right? And it's awesome. Who doesn't? Who's mad at organization? Like, honestly.
Exactly.
So I'm never gonna turn around and be like, "Oh,
this is too.
How
neat.
dare you? It's too neat."
Yeah.
Like, I don't care about that. I've never been one of those persons that's like, no, leave that mess there. I know exactly what. No, I never know where anything is.
Yeah.
So I'm all about it. But it was just some of the stuff that, because they're playing up for television and, for me, honestly, for comedic value, it's to be like, oh, you want to have a box for every cereal. I'm like, what if you have like 8 boxes of cereal? They were at like a celebrity's house. And this guy's clearly young because the whole episode, all he's talking about is Xbox and cereal. So as far as I know, this dude has 9 different kinds of cereal. So I'm like, damn, you're going to have a different container? Like, that's not me talking about 9. The home edit. That's me being like, Damn, that would be a lot of containers for cereal.
They didn't have 9. He's
that's what I'm saying. It ended up not being that. But that's the kind of joke I was talking about.
Yeah.
Like, come on.
I mean, I do find the humor in it too, though. Like, don't get me wrong, because like, I binged the whole thing like sober, and then like probably the last 1 or 2 episodes, I smoked a bowl, and like it kind of took on a different like. I started finding things funny because like they went to Jordana Brewster's house and they did her kitchen and her pantry, and she was just. I mean, the things that they're excited about and they're blown away. Like, I could see if somebody doesn't understand it, they're like, these people are fucking crazy. Like, they are like, oh my God, the containers. And like, they're like losing their shit over like.
Yeah, she's like, oh my God, you bought the nice labels. Like, whatever, write on that shit with a Sharpie.
Yeah, I started to see the outside point of view, like your point of view, like how you could think this is ridiculous. So I get it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I get it, but at the same time, I still love it.
But yeah, I mean, and don't get me wrong. Again, I'm not hating on labels. I grew up in with my grandma's house where you just opened a Tupperware and it was either salt or sugar
or the butter. Yeah. The butter. There was always a butter container. You never knew what was in it.
Yeah,
it could have been beans,
always,
yogurt.
For us, it was mostly jalapenos. Like it was like a lot of jalapenos and carrots, like
pickled.
Pickled. Yeah, it's like it would go from the glass jar to the country crock.
Yep, the country crock. Ours was usually yogurt, like Persian yogurt. So either mastakhyar or I always forget what the spinach one is, but the cucumber one or the spinach one. It was always in those. Yep, we kept those for a minute. But yeah, that's what I'm obsessed with. The home edit. I'm working on editing our home.
It's definitely a much nicer place to live in.
Yeah, it's got a woman's touch.
Well, on that note, I think we'll go ahead and call this episode
A Woman's Touch.
Woman's Touch. We should do that.
Or don't tell Rihanna she follows me. There's a lot of options.
All right. Well, until next week.
Yeah, you guys, thank you so much again for listening. We're kind of just like, wow, people are listening. This is cool. So, yeah, thank you guys so much for tuning in and following us. And if you're not following us, please follow us. You can follow me at Nadia Moham Official. And you?
You can definitely follow me at OMarvelous or OMRVLZ. Also,
and us.
But I mean, what I was going to say was that our page, we switched it up. It was at We Everywhere Baby with 2 Y's.
Right.
But now it's at, We Everywhere Baby Podcast. So we put that post to redirect, so it should be okay.
Yeah.
Of course, please definitely follow us, guys. You can find us on Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, Spotify, Google Podcasts now. And big thanks to Mark, who is on Instagram at I Just Met Mark, kick-ass drummer, and he really helps us out. Definitely, guys. Thanks a lot. Once again, I'm Omar, and this is Nadia, and
We Everywhere, baby!